Today on Entertainment Circle, Bob Forrest's Rough Ride in the World of Rock. The Angels are here on Entertainment Circle. Lucas Nelson has a Latino connection. We have a sneak preview of Cirque du Soleil for you. That and more ahead. Welcome to Entertainment Circle. I'm Sheyla and we have an exciting week here in Nashville because it's the CMA Music Festival and there are fans from all over the world visiting Nashville, but we have to get back to this show because we have the directors of Bob and the Monsters in the house. Watch. We are here today at the film festival with the directors of the film Bob and the Monster. How are you guys?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Okay, I saw you weren't going to say anything.
She speaks for me sometimes.
Oh, okay, good. Tell me about this film. What was important for you to do this documentary about Bob?
I think mainly the thing that was the most inspiring about making Bob and the Monster is that Bob Forrest, who's the subject of the film, is a very inspiring character. And although some of his, the thing that he needs to overcome in the film is addiction, he was a heroin addict for a really, really long time, and he eventually overcame his addiction and is now a controversial and acclaimed drug and alcohol counselor. But I think the bigger message that I really think is important is that he really is, a salt of the earth, working class hero kind of guy, and his message is really about just staying mad for living and not letting apathy come into your life and making sure that you pursue your passions and that you live life to the fullest. And so I think that's a really important message that needs to be told over and over again.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you guys kept the whole look throughout the whole film, like if it was shot in that time. Well,
right.
Yeah, why did you guys choose that?
Well, we had a multiple, I guess we were dealing with a lot of formats. Some of it was original stuff shot in the 80s and 8mm, a lot of mixed media stuff, so we just kind of went with whatever feel we had, and the fact that we shot it over 6.5 years also lent to that. Cameras got better over the course of time, and so I mean there literally is, between animation and there's claymation, animation, VHS, every format you can imagine in the film, and I think it kind of lends to the the sense of what was happening at the time. The best feedback I've heard is it really felt like we were there, kind of like experiencing this music scene and the energy and the power that created.
So you guys worked in this film for 6 years, and what was it like? Like you were like, oh, we can't wait to get this over with?
There were certain points that, I really wanted to throw my hands up and just say, I'm really done with this. But I think, the same thing with, art imitating life and life imitating art. Bob's message is about never giving up. And so you have to, that really stuck with me. So even when I was getting to the point where I was like, oh God, I just don't know. Yeah. So that really helped to continue to just pursue it. And now that we're finally done, I think we're both very, very proud and, relieved.
And then in the middle of all that, the miracle came along. Tell me, how did you balance all that work and the baby and all the whole thing?
I'm glad you asked that, because Rick and I we were not married at the time when I started the film, and 3 years into it I got pregnant and we were married, and so we really came up with a decent schedule and a way of working that helped us out. We were able to stay true to her and be with her, and we worked a lot of late nights.
I guess when you start making a documentary that is not, based on an event that has a date and a time, it's kind of open-ended. And this one, it took a while for the story to unfold. It took a while for Bob to kind of figure out where he was headed with this next part of his life. And fortunately, I think it really was advantageous to us because we were there to capture that and to kind of be there as he gets ready to kind of launch into this new part of his life and to capture some really great events that happened along the way. And projects like this just need time to gestate, and for us at least, to find out where we want these things to go. And it also gave us time to get a lot of footage from people.
Yeah.
Because that was really important. I mean, we wanted to make a the musical portion of the documentary. We wanted to make sure that there was the band's music, like there was great music in it, that there was, something that really captures the feel of the time. And, those tapes are out there, but you gotta find them.
Yeah, I found it very, very interesting. I couldn't get my eyes off of it, and I was like, I had to watch the whole thing, and even if I'm falling asleep, I gotta watch it. So now the film is here in the film festival. When is gonna open throughout the country?
We are headed to Hot Docs after here in Toronto, so we're still very new. We had our world premiere at South by Southwest, and so we have a couple offers, and we're trying to figure out what the best route for this film is going to be. So we don't know yet. Definitely, something will come out this year, but we want to take our time and figure out what the best route is, and just get it out to as many people as we can and enjoy the festival circuit.
So in the meantime, you have a website where people can go see the trailer and whatever?
Yeah, you can go to bobandthemonster.com.
Okay, thank you very much, and have fun.
Thank you very
much. Have fun, Precious. You want to say bye? Say bye to the camera over there. Say bye. Here is the trailer of Bob and the Monsters. Bob and the Monster, watch.
Bob Forrest here with me. Bob and I first met about mid-'80s.
Yeah, I think so.
And he used to visit my show Loveline as an on-air guest.
Intoxicated on-air guest.
Intoxicated does not begin to describe what you were like.
It was one of the most magical times ever.
Those were the party days. Chili Peppers, Jane's Addiction, and Fishbone.
There were drugs everywhere in LA in the 1980s.
That was the way you lived, period.
He was a mystery to me. He always had beautiful women around him. He always had good musicians around him, but he always seemed to rap.
He's a great songwriter. He's a giving, good soul.
Bob really just seemed like a god to me.
Bob's life sort of spilled on the stage, and then it spilled back off stage.
Has anybody got any heroin for sale in the audience, please? Like $20 bag of heroin?
He's just like this out-of-control maniac.
He danced and sang his ass right off the edge of the stage. I was like, whoa, look at that shit. That's punk rock, dude.
Bob is the artist that had all the aces and the trumps and just tore them up.
They were comparing me to John Lennon and Bob Dylan. And it was like, goddamn right.
When somebody starts to believe the lies that people are telling them, whether they be good or bad, they're destroyed.
As soon as I could ask her why he wasn't around, she explained to me what a junkie was.
Bob tried a lot of times to quit.
I went to over 20 rehabs and tried for 9 years. I thought inevitably this isn't going to end well. And I was mistaken, because it does end well if you don't die. The value of what you went through, it only really has value in sharing with people that are going through that same exact thing.
He is now one of the most talented counselors I've ever worked with.
Nobody on the planet is better qualified.
There are so many musicians, especially around this town, who say they owe their lives to Bob Forrest.
You have no idea how many times he's helped my family. He's really, really sacrificed a lot for this.
I defend the undefended or something like with drug addicts. I just love drug addicts.
He was like the least likely person to become the Phoenix.
This junkie turned into this angel.
What's really above whether you succeed or fail at music is the fact that we're all still alive, and that's an important message.